So this is a hard video to do because I want to talk about success, but success is different for different people. And I'm going to talk about the root, like I, we, and all when it comes to success. I is basically you have to look after yourself. You have the nutrition, your health, your wellness, your thinking, your exercise, your physical body, your relationships with yourself. That's I. We is kind of the relationship with people around you. Your immediate friends, your family, your business friends, and then the all is your society, being of service, getting out there and doing the great things for your community, for your environment. That's kind of the I, we, and all. When I talk to people, and I've gone through several conversations over the last little bit, and when people talk about the success of their business, they always think of the money and everything that they make and their business success. And they look at all these aspects of money, clothes, technology, and they talk about, how my business success, like getting so many leads and, I got so many followers and so many likes. But what I find is when you look at the root of their success, which I believe is the I, you, they're not looking at their health, they're not looking after themselves, they can't sleep, they're stressed, they're worried about money, they're worried about, everything else. They don't have the compassion or the, and the best way to say is the reduction of stress to be able to deal with situations, troubleshoot, be mindful, be, involved. And the best way to say it is not involved, but be present with their situation. Right? If there's a challenge going on, how to ask questions and be there and connect with someone, or to understand that someone's, just talking because they're stressed and they're worried, and how to bring them down. So there's all these things that are going on that when you're not looking at yourself, it increases and escalates to the point where you're going to get stressed and you're worried about money. And if you can't take care of yourself, then yeah, there's going to be stress, right? And it's funny. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about this video log, and it's such a challenge in this day and age as we go on social media marketing. We think about business. People think I just get out there, I just do it right now, I'm going to be successful. But they don't plan it out. They don't strategize. They don't look at, okay, so how am I going to be able to take care of myself, look after my health, my well-being, my finances, look after that, and then build my business. They just kind of jump out and they want to be successful. So as I go through conversations, and people ask me, to work with me or potential marketing, projects and plans. Before I even start working them, I ask them some tough questions, and I really kind of get in their mindset and talk to them. Because I'd rather them not work with me and go away and have to think about something. Excuse me. I'd rather them, go and think and plan out and think about, okay, well, should I think about this and that, and write down and plan things before even working with me or taking a leap and trying to work with me without thinking everything through. It's sad in this day and age when I talk to people and they're so rushed, right, to be successful, to make money, to do all that, and they're not looking at the long journey. They're looking at the short sprint. If I do this one product, this one service, it's going to make me millions. And they're not looking at, okay, what's the long strategy? What's the big picture? What's your, your short-term goal, your long-term goal, your big goal? And you have to look at your big goal and and I've heard this term before, but destruct all that and reorganize it. And I'm trying to think of the term, and I just ran a blank. But basically what you're doing is you're breaking it down from the end, and you're breaking it down to say, okay, well, this is where I want to go. Well, how am I going to reconstruct? There you go. You're reconstructing it back to where you see, okay, here's where I'm starting. That's where I want to get. Well, if I'm going to be there, how do I get there? What do I need to do? Well, and you break it down to the point where you're like, okay, there's the steps I need to do. So now you draw out your plan of how you're going to get there. And it's sad to see that so many people are in a fight or flight situation where they're trying to get there immediately, and they're not thinking of all the aspect and everything that goes on. And that's why it's so important for me to be able to think about those, ask the right questions, take my time, right, and be healthy and de-stressed and take care of myself. Because when I sit with someone, I get able to talk to them, I can make sure that they're thinking of all aspects. and plan it out properly, because at the end of the day, I don't want them to run into any problems. Right? And I think of the things that I went through and what I've read from different books and business books and strategies, and even Pagan and all these people I've learned from in my real life experience and working with other people, kind of putting all that into this meeting and making sure that, oh, you're looking at creating a website. Okay, well, why are you creating a website? And what are you doing it for? Do you really need one? And what's your purpose of it? Is it just to have a website, or are you looking to do sales or e-commerce? And what type of e-commerce? And what are you thinking? When people just go, oh, I just want a website, and they think, oh, it's $600 to create a website, but then they start going, well, I want an e-commerce site, I want this, I want this, I want that. And then you realize, it's starting to add up. Like, do you realize that you're asking for all these other components, and now your $500 to $600 website where you get in the Philippines now is like $1,700, $2,500, $3,000, $5,000. You want this customization, want that. Do you really have that in your budget? Oh, well, I never even thought about that. Okay, well, how are you going to add an e-commerce and a store to it now? Ooh, I never even thought about that. So now you get all these aspects they're not thinking about and they're not planning for. Now, that's not talking about customer service and support and, your sales and talking to your business friends and your leads and doing all that. All those components you have to think about. So if you want to be successful, and this is the thing I want to talk about, is like you have to look after the I, the we, and the all. You have to look after yourself, your health, your wellness, your mindset, and then plan out as you do that. Make sure it's all incorporated when you're writing out a plan, planning out your health and well-being, right? Your sanity, we'll call it sometimes, because you go insane sometimes with business. But your sanity of taking time for yourself, taking breaks, going some exercise, even just reading, taking your time to read and study and research. And then how you're going to incorporate that into your business and be successful and take time and strategize and project plan and make sure that you're delegating things up, that you're not doing everything yourself, and that you're planning out for the short term, the kind of intermediate, kind of mid time frames, and then the long term big project, right, and the big plan. So you're planning those all out so that what happens, you can kind of see, where you're going to go. And it's really, really important. If you want to be successful, you have to think about that. And I'm just concerned, right? For me, I have to do this day in and day out, where I have to write out a task list. I go for my walk, I go do my exercise, or I go for a run, whatever that may be. And then I sit down and I write out my task list, what I need to do. And I'm always thinking, okay, I've got this project and here's where it needs to go. So what do I have to do today? What do I have to do tomorrow? And then just keep planning it out, rewriting, and making sure I'm getting everything done. So then what happens is, when the project is done and it's completed, I'm perfect and I've been on track the whole time. And I'm able to enjoy it, have fun, and really relax, versus going through my hills and valleys of being stressed and overwhelmed and not taking care of myself, and then ending up sick at the end of a project. And I've seen this. So if you want to be successful, and this is what I'm talking to myself too, you have to stay on track. Take care of yourself, take care of your health and wellness. Then look at your business, your immediate friends, your business friends, your family. Take care of those relationships, and then start to build up to the service and everything else. You're looking at developing a business right now. Same formula. Look at how you're going to give value to your business, and how you're going to first take care of yourself, and how you're going to be able to take yourself while you're doing your business. So it's so important to think about that. If you want to be successful in this day and age, it's a lot easier, but you still have to plan. You still have to think about every aspect, and then test to measurable results. Don't just jump out and try it, but plan it out, strategize, and then test. Plan it out, strategize, and test. So that's it for my video today. I just want to remind you, bring joy to yourself. Do something fun that you love to do, and then go and bring joy to others. So I'm out of here. I will talk to you tomorrow.